In this video, we will understand what is cross company code postings. What are the cross company code postings? So before we go into the system and try to do the transactions and see the configuration, let's first understand what exactly is the meaning of cross company code postings. So let's assume there is a corporate group. Okay, in SAP, you created a setup for the corporate group where there are two different company codes. So let's assume there are two different company codes. Okay, in our example, I'll take two company codes as number one is company code SF01 and number two is company code ABCS. These are the two company codes which are created in the SAP system. Now, there is a need that one company code is doing some transaction on behalf of other company code. Okay, this transaction can be the invoice posting, or it can be payment, or it can be any other accounting transaction that this company code SF01 is doing on behalf of company code ABCS. Okay, so we will assume a scenario in which the invoice is being posted. So invoice is posted in company code, which is SF01 on behalf of, okay, the expense which is going to be booked against this invoice is not the expense of SF01, it is being booked on behalf of company code ABCS. Okay, so what should be the normal entry here? What should be the accounting entry? So definitely what would be debited here is expense account, because you are booking the invoice, and let's assume this is the invoice related to the expense. Where exactly this expense should get booked? As I told you, this expense is booked by SF01, but it is on behalf of company code ABCS. So which means this expense will be booked in company code ABCS. Okay, let's assume there is an expense of 10,000 INR. Okay, but we are booking this invoice in company code SF01. So definitely the vendor liability will be created in company code SF01 only. So in this case, what will happen is the credit line would be accounts payables. Okay, because you are creating the AP invoice. So accounts payables, but this would be for company code SF01. Okay, and this would be the credit amount of this much. But the problem here is, if I am able to post this document, this is completely fine from the accounting point of view, but the real problem would be at the company code level, these documents are not having a zero balance. Okay, so if you see this document properly, company code ABCS is only getting the debit entry and company code SF01 is only getting the credit entry. Okay, so from the legal point of view, this document will not match to zero. That is the reason what we need to do is we need to tell the system that because company code ABCS is actual company who is going to book these expenses and SF01 is booking the invoice on their behalf, so there will be some cross company code lines which will also come in this transaction. Okay, so for company code SF01, because this is booking the invoice on behalf of ABCS, so ABCS will become the receivables for SF01. So what will happen is, if I add two more lines here, so since SF01 is booking ABCS expenses, which means what will happen here is for SF01, it would be intercompany receivables. Okay, this will be intercompany receivables for company code SF01. While for company code ABCS, this will become intercompany payables, because ultimately we need to pay, or this company code ABCS needs to pay to company code SF01. So this is for ABCS, it would be booked as intercompany payables. How much? The same amount. So for SF01, since the credit line was already booked, this would be the debit line, so which would be 10,000 INR. And for ABCS, since the debit line is already booked, this would be the credit line. Okay, so this is how the cross company code transactions are treated. Okay, so I'm not talking about SAP point of view as of now, but This is a normal accounting which should be done in any accounting system where you are posting the cross company code transactions. Now, how in SAP, like how this thing will be done in SAP? In SAP, there is only one configuration that is very important, that is transaction code OBYA. This is a single transaction which is responsible to set up the cross company code transactions. What we need to do in this transaction in OBYA is we need to specify this two GL accounts. We need to tell the system what should be debited and what should be credited for intercompany transactions. Okay, so in order to carry out this configuration, let me take you to transaction code OBYA. Okay, if you want to go through the SPRO, you can go to SPRO, and in IMG, you'll be able to see it in financial accounting, general ledger accounting, business transactions. Sorry, not in business transactions. It would be in, is it? Let's go to the business transaction. Yes, prepare cross company code transactions. You can see there is only one single program. If you click on this, this is taking you to the same screen, that is OBYA. Okay, and here you need to maintain those two company codes. The two company codes which are doing the business with each other. The company code 1 would be the company who is booking the expense on behalf of company code 2. So my company code 1 is SF01. Okay, this is booking the invoice on behalf of ABCS. Okay, and if you press enter, so you can see there are two different sections here, company code 1 and for company code 2. So whenever you are posting the document in company code SF01 on behalf of company code ABCS, okay, this is a configuration that is relevant. If you are doing the reverse posting, which means if you have another scenario in which ABCS is booking on behalf of SF01, then this postings will come into play. Okay, so as of now, what we are doing is company code SF01 is posting on behalf of company code ABCS. So for that, what we need to do here is we need to create a debit entry in company code. If you see here, the debit entry we want to create in company code SF01. So what we need to do, debit, for debit entry, we normally use this posting key 40, and this is where we need to provide the GL account. Okay, and similarly for company code ABCS, it is going to be credited. And for credit line item, you can see this credit posting is 50 and this GL account will get credited. So these two GL accounts will come into play when you try to post the document in company code SF01 on behalf of company code ABCS. Okay, let's try to do this transaction now. So for this, what I'll do is I'll just book a simple invoice. I'll go to transaction FB60. In this one, just make sure that you are booking in the first company, that is SF01. Select your vendor. The vendor you'll be able to see in the invoice which you got from the vendor. Okay, enter the amount, whatever amount you want to specify here, and then here you specify the GL account. I will go with this. Okay, so this is the GL account, but please make sure that this expense you are booking in ABCS. By default, normally if you are posting any accounting entry, in the lines, system will show you the same company code. But in this case, since we need to change it, we are changing it to ABCS. Okay, and all the other things will remain same. So if you are booking the expense, you definitely need to provide the cost center. Just provide your cost center here, and then just try to see document and simulate. You can ignore the warning message, just press enter. So you can see what is happening. System is trying to post the vendor invoice in company code SF01. Okay, and this is company code, this is the currency, this is the translation date, and this is the period. Okay, so system will post in company code ABCS, the document will be posted in the first period. Okay, so even if you are posting fiscal year variant is different. Let's say company code ABCS follows Jan to December and company code SF01 follows April to March. So this will be automatically taken care. So in SF01, if I'm booking in April, that will be booked in the, let's say in the first month, but here it can be booked in the fourth month. So based on what configuration you have done at the fiscal year variant level. Okay, so let's try to click on enter, continue. It is saying posting only possible with zero value. Yes, we have still not entered the amount. So we definitely need to enter the amount. So document, simulate, and you can see this is exactly what is getting posted. Okay, so you can see this is a vendor line item, which is AP, accounts payables, which is getting booked in company code SF01. And this is expense GL account, which is getting posted in company code ABCS. And then these two lines you can see are related to intercompany receivables and intercompany payables, exactly what we have written here, right? And if you see these two GL accounts, very importantly, these two GL accounts, if you see in document overview, these two GL accounts 2008 and 900-501, these are the exactly same GL accounts that we specified here. So 2008 and 900-501. Okay, so based on this configuration, system is able to derive these accounts. So if you don't maintain this configuration, if you don't maintain OBYA for the combination of two company codes, then definitely you will not be able to post any cross company code transaction. System will throw error. Let's try to save this now. So once you save it, what will happen is there will be two documents posted. One document will be posted in company code SF01. If you want to see, you can double click on this. Let's select this and click on continue. No, it is not taking us to that. So it creates two documents. Let's click on the display. So this is a document which is posted in company code SF01. If you want to see all the documents, you can go to environment, document environment, accounting documents. This is showing you controlling document also, which is posted in SF01. So if there is any controlling document posted, you'll be able to see here. But if you are posting any cross company code transaction, just remember there is one very important thing, which is normally asked in the interviews as well as the certification exam. It is this cross company code document number. Okay, this is cross company code document number, which must be unique. And if you see this properly, you'll be able to know that first 10 digits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First 10 digits is nothing but the document number of the first company code. Okay, so how this is getting derived? It is a combination of document number, company code, SF01, and last two digits are for the fiscal year. This is a question which is asked many times in the exam. What is the cross company code document number consist of? It consists of the document number of the first company code, the first company code itself, and two digits are related to the year in which it is posted. Okay, so if you try to double click on this cross company code document number, it is again showing you that two documents are created against this cross company code document in ABCS and in SF01, and you'll be able to see the details here, right? If you want to change, or if you want to display, or if you want to reverse this cross company code document number, then what you need to do is you can go to this accounting. Obviously financial accounting. Within this, you will go to general ledger accounting document, and you'll be able to see cross company code transactions here. Okay, in this one, you can see there is option to change, there is option to display, and there is option to reverse. Okay, so change, definitely change. It will not allow you to make much changes. It may allow you to change the text and all, but you will not be able to change the company code, the amount, all these things will not be allowed to be changed. Okay, and you can also reverse it. If you want to reverse, you have to come here in using this transaction, which is FBU8. Okay, so individually you will not be able to reverse this document. If you want to reverse this, you have to reverse the complete document. Okay, it will reverse both the documents. It will reverse it in company code as SF01 as well as company code ABCS. Okay, but this is exactly, you need to remember, this is very important question. I'm telling you, it is asked many times in the exam. What is the combination? So document number, company code, and lastly, two last digits are nothing but the year in which the document was posted.